Hi, and welcome. Ready for the next best Tai Chi Walking video. All jokes aside, Tai Chi Walking has always been a big part of my practice. And I think it's really fun and interesting to be able to share this study over time with everybody, because I've found that through the study of walking, you can get a lot of mileage in your practice. And if we look back at the history of Tai Chi, we can look at some of the past masters in more of, like, say, the modern times, who have helped take the skill of Tai Chi, the method of Tai Chi, and move it forward. They were people who incorporated different things in their practice and had sort of very evolved practices. People like Sun Lutong, Fu Jin Song, Cheng Ta Chen, all of them incorporated not just Tai Chi, but Qigong, Bagua, and Xing Yi, the two other sister internal arts, into their practice and would teach their students as whole people. You know what I mean? Not just saying, you're just a Tai Chi student, or you're just a Bagua student, or you're just a this student. It's saying, you are a person, what do you need for your practice? And so I think this also sort of relates to the evolution of the art being for health and wellness, being sort of a holistic practice, really integrating in with other things, not just the martial efficacy and the martial usage. And Tai Chi, being its nature, can incorporate all of those things. So that's what we're gonna look at today in our Tai Chi Walking. What builds skill, what builds strength? If you're a fan of Tai Chi Walking, then that's a big part of our community training and a big part of my practice for years. So check out our online community and see what it's all about. I like to say, all effort must be done to strengthen the feet. This comes from an old book on the internal arts. We want to work our strength from the ground up, feel the natural movement of our feet. We walk on two uniform of surfaces. We have all kinds of wonky shoes. And so the input we're getting from our feet is all over the place. And so if you look at how people describe walk, 2 points of the feet, 3 points of the feet, 9 points of the feet. If we're walking on organic surfaces, if we're walking on stones, if we're walking on gravel, if we're walking uphill, you are feeling all of your foot and your ankle and your calf, all the way up to your waist is working in conjunction. So it's not about necessarily micromanaging all of those little processes. It's about getting into a practice that you can feel changing your movement. So we're gonna work today, natural Tai Chi Walking, Tai Chi Bear, Snake, and Rooster. We use these as templates for studying a lot of things within our practice. And we're gonna identify really easily what we're working on today. It's the feet and the ankles, how we are working that. And we're gonna use some concepts from Bagua to help us do this. Our basic Tai Chi Walking, we're looking to slow down and establish length of step, empty full, and the root and the climbing the mountain quality, okay? I'll give the Bagua to you here in a second. But for right now, just put your foot out, put it down flat, okay? Whole foot down, so it's empty. You should be able to lift it up, okay? Without much effort, right? That's your position. That's where the foot needs to go. Make sure the toes are pointing forward. Now, shift forward, keep your root, that heel down, find the climbing the mountain, and now, just once again, find empty full, place the foot down flat. You can even tap it a couple times so you know, right? Feel the action of the foot and the ankle, and shift. Your gait should shorten. Your gait should shorten. So this is getting us to clarify empty full, slow down. I'm gonna change directions. You do that with the same concept, that clear, empty full change. Okay, now go ahead and relax, walk it a little bit out. So always good to do some just natural stepping. Now, we're gonna do bear with Bagua concepts. Now, with Bagua concepts, the first one we're gonna put in is rubbing the ground. So our foot is gonna rub the ground as we step. So let me show you. And then bear is this spot that you got your foot to. Between these 2 points, you're going to go straight between these 2 points, focusing on the front angle of your foot, okay? So you're gonna sort of push it, pull it, drag it, place it down. It should be empty. And shift. Find that root and then pull it, push it, reach it, place it down. So feel the angle of your ankle, pull and push, and shift. Now, I watched a bear at the zoo for a little while, and whenever they step, their tailbone lifts. They don't really like high step with their feet. So what we're looking for is, how do we make clearance here without doing this, okay? Without going like this, right? How can we get a clear line being built up as we move forward? And so we have movement at the joints of this leg, feeling a pulling in, a drawing through, pushing that we want centered at the foot. We also have a standing up quality through the other leg that you can access, okay? So as we shift forward, pull that through, find that climbing the mountain, standing up quality, and the legs pull through, draw through, as if you had a skis maybe, right? And so you feel that articulation of the leg. Good. So that's bear stepping using those bog walk qualities. And so what is bear teaching us? Stay in your space. Remember, I'd like to say that when we attach to the animal qualities, it's not just about expressing a body quality, it's about finding how they interact with their environment. The bear is part of the forest, right? The bear only gets out of the way of other parts of the forest, trees and rocks and mountains. Everything else gets out of the way of the bear. So this is us pulling through our line, feeling our unit move forward from the ground up. And you're gonna feel that over time build into more actionable work, right? Because that's what happens when we can feel our gait, our walking dynamics. So after you've done some intentional stepping, relax it, walk. Notice if you can feel the direction being sort of intended, communicated through that line of the feet a little bit better, okay? Now we go to the next one, snake. Through the process, we've created an idea of this line. Now we're gonna do a zigzag to it. So we're gonna keep the same bog walk quality, and we're gonna sort of slide it in on the ground and push it out and shift. Feel the inside of the foot, inside of the leg, outside of the foot, outside of the leg. Inside of the foot. Notice how you can play around with this position, right? To create the idea of width. A snake can move, right? All of these directions because of that quality going to the side, right? So what we're looking for, if this was my foot, as we're doing this, not this. Okay? So not this. We want, like you were pushing sand, pushing something out from the outside line. So you're opening that space in between. And so that gives that snake quality and strength coming from, once again, this space up, right? So we're getting a sense of our ankle and our foot and all that area working really naturally, drawing the motion up to the hips and waist, okay? So snake. And play around with real narrow to real wide, you know? Find how to study it and work it so you get those potentials. Because like we talked about the bear, the snake is also part of the forest, but it can move around any part of the forest, right? Because it has that awareness moving out from that space. And using the intelligence of the feet and getting in more to, let's say, areas that are undertrained a little bit, normally, naturally undertrained, because, you know, when would we learn this in our daily life, you know, how to do this? But this is well within the capability of our movement, even at multiple levels, from the beginner level to the advanced level, from an early starting practitioner to a late starting practitioner because it's done through your intention. So one more, Rooster. This is an important one. Now we have learned to pull it in and push it out. And we've worked front and sides, okay? So now for Rooster, we pull it in and we lift it up. And we want to feel back and bottom and down. So it comes in, up. So there's no need to come up higher. That's not Rooster. We want to feel from here, come up, like you were gonna step over something. Like if I'm right here, okay, like this, into position, right? To go up. That's what we're looking for. So as you come in, pull it in, and then stand it up, lift it up, find your heel, and then down. Rooster. Think of how a rooster can't fly. It stands up tall, lifts up, and it's got its heel there to put out, right? And so pull it in. Notice when they collect, lift. Like I was telling my students, find your drumstick. Feel the whole foot, work it from the ground up. Good. And then relax, walk naturally, and see about how are you feeling moving from your feet. First thing, smaller steps, right? That's the first thing we learn. So don't start, there. Start feeling controlled steps from clearer action from your feet, ankles. Clearer movement, feel your feet grab the ground. Can you walk straight? Just do little silly things. It's no problem, right? Feel what your feet can do, controlling your body from that awareness. That's how sort of Tai Chi walking helps code our movement from the ground up and from just that simple, relaxed intention into the process. Some really fun Tai Chi walking stuff. Now, why do we do this so much? Why do I practice this so much? It's because I have continually found more areas of improvement, study areas where I know I can get better. We have this concept, invest in law. So it's not always about looking where you're doing things well. It's can you do them better? Where can you improve, right? Not to get better than others, but just to be better than you were the day before, right? To kind of that old adage, right? But it's really there within the practice when you can settle into the process and look at how you can work it, okay? So Tai Chi walking, I found, is one of those really rising tide raises all ships kind of things. So spend some time in it, feel this Bagua quality. Doesn't mean you have to do it that way all the time. You can see what happens once you relax, that idea of sliding your foot and pulling your foot through the ground. How does that then create an easier action, more clearance under the hips? Just all that good information that'll be there once you're within the process. If you enjoyed today's session, we explore Tai Chi walking in much greater depth inside our community. Every week, we work through Tai Chi fundamentals, walking drills, and the 24 form to help you build a strong foundation and develop your practice step by step. Whether you're a complete beginner or a more experienced practitioner, there's something here for you. Check out the link below to join. Hope to see you there.